Hi everybody, it's me, Jeremiah Lind. I apologize so much for not being able to make it to class. I had a number of events just sort of pile on top of me and suddenly it wasn't Tuesday anymore. And I apologize so much for that. It was never my intention to miss class. But I wanted to record this video just to briefly discuss my capstone topic so that everybody is up to date and we're all on the same page moving forward. So, my name is Jeremiah Lind. My capstone project topic is about theatrical sustainability. When I first began my capstone project, I was attempting to look at the death of theater as a philosophical presentation, essentially. I looked at the number of things that theater was struggling against, including finding an audience, remaining relevant, and balancing between the artistic and material demands of an audience. So the example I used was with a vase, and one was a classic Greek antiquity, irreplaceable and invaluable, and then the other is a machine-created product that mirrors it. And to look at them both, they look exactly the same, but one is manufactured and one is art. And that is sort of how I looked at the philosophical concept of the death of theater. But as I examined it, and over the course of my research over 2 years, I found that it isn't so much that theater is dying as it's become ill. And it actually comes from, I talk to my grandmother every night. I give her a call before she goes to bed. And she related a story to me about taking care of my aunt. And she said that when she got sick, she would turn to her mom and say, "Am I going to die?" And she said, "No." But it's within that moment that you feel sick, that you feel like something's dying. But in fact, you get better. And so then I started to examine the problems with theater in terms of attempting to quantify it. Because all of my arguments were philosophical and there wasn't any really quantifiable way to define it or change it. And so by stringing together some theories of sustainability and systems theory and theater, I was able to create this scale, the Lind Art Sustainability Scale, which attempts to quantify the qualitative values of theater and then place them among a scale of sustainability, with the idea being that we can all evaluate ourselves about how sustainable we're producing our work, how sustainably we're writing our work if we're choosing to do it, and how sustainable the spaces in which we perform this work are. And with the hopes that if you're able to identify it, you're also able to identify key areas where you can improve or become more sustainable. The reason I'm doing this project is because I have a vested interest in theater. I produce shows and have for the majority of my life and intend to keep creating and producing theater until I can't anymore. And so it's in my interest to make sure that our audiences and our art form are sustainable. Sustainability as a concept is just trying to make sure that we leave the planet at least as good as it was when we got it. That future generations are dependent on our ability to identify the resources that they will need. And in terms of theater, what it means is being able to create structures of production and creation that support themselves over time and create valuable work. And why I chose this particular project is in hopes of furthering that goal, is creating a unified scale. Sustainability and theater have long entertained sort of vague collaboration, but never before that I'm aware of has a comprehensive model been created to attempt to create more sustainable theater. So it's my hope that this scale will fill that gap. And my paper presents itself as a problem solution, where the problem is that modern theater struggles with a number of things, including finding an audience, and that the solution then is to examine what factors are in need of improvement. So, thank you so much. I look forward to seeing you all at presentations in March. Take care.